It's Evans. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running to the left. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? At the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this week.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Leaves it with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. The Bulldogs get enough for the first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. They've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Trying the left side. Gets away from one, finds room. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. Pick up 3 to the 11th. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Touch pass on the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's on the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if we can just get him out of the spot.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Quarterback will audible. Back to throw. It's Ewers. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking left. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Smith. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the left side. At midfield, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're lining up to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Back to throw, it's Ewers. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or you say, hey, keep it. Put that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Back to the ground with the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Got a lot of running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Throwing right. He makes the catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Hookem is hooking up in some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
We talk about the importance of a quick start in SEC play, guys. You just can't afford to get in a hole.
No, you get behind. The head-to-head matters. Every conference game is so important for the standings down the road, and the familiarity within the league of playing each other so much and knowing the squads, important to get off to a fast start.
You know, and a lot of times, too, these teams and their preseason goals, winning the conference is the very, very first goal, even above reaching the college football playoff. So it all starts today. First game in the SEC. You got to come out hot.
Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Longhorns will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the second half.
Clock kicks down. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. Running to the left. They knock him down right there.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? They'll keep it on the ground. Spins away from the defense. And the Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try it on the ground. On the move at the 30. Ripped chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive if you're on offense, right? You're now into the opponent's territory. It's fourth down. Dial up your best fourth down play. Keep this drive going.
Leaves it with the running back. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Here's the give off the left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
This time it's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Move the chains with that completion now on first down. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They want to just keep throwing it. Makes the grab. It's Baxter. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Going up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
2nd and 10 here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. He's got it. Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The running back has it. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the blocks. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring. So they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. To throw, it's Ewers. He'll pull it down. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He's taking the shot. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, the ground game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. On the set. They'll throw on 3rd and short. A shot toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These corners backing off a bit. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll run it to the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking for a huge play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Running it back, it's Blue. Here comes the Texas offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass, it's Ewers. It's complete on the right side. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing at running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Ready? Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Bond. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass. He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop and get a little momentum.
over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. You need to put more plays together like that right there.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion. You've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
Slips through the line, and the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen.
And he hauls it in inside the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage. And when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Throws for the tight end. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You've got to get it back.
Wide receiver shows motion. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air. It's back. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Still running up the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. When you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll go to the air, getting some heat. He couldn't find 4th down. They'd hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the 3rd down aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job on the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a pass.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dropping back, it's Ewers. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it 1st down at the 40.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. Yet. It's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Open space at the 25. Touchdown Bulldogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. BYU is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 15 over Kansas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Takes a handoff. It's Robinson.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It's interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Got it behind the line. It's dealt. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football and hope he's still alive.
This is so a Jesse call. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator. Try to rub it in. You can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Longhorns in the hurry up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
The Longhorns are on the move. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll just keep slinging it. Keeps looking downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Running through contact. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so bad.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A third and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Beck. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. First down here for the offense. Running behind that left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lovett. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good at every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.